This is Royal FM News.
Hello, many thanks for staying with Royal FM radio station. We're broadcasting live from the International Media Center here in Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. This is the news around the globe. A comprehensive report of stories brought to you at full. The news headlines. President Buhari commissions projects in Imo Hills. Governors Odima. Federal government warns IPOB against attempts to destroy Ambra poll. NAVDAC flags off sensitization campaigns, emphasizes needs to promote and protect health of Nigerians. Weber takes action to protect cholera outbreak in Kwara, once able community at the Tamadu. On the foreign scene, first passenger flight departs Afghanistan since United States withdrawal. In business news, now hits all-time low. In entertainment news, MI to release 11th album soon. And in the world of sports, Nigeria begins cricket World Cup qualifier in Botswana. The headlines, details in just a moment. I am Dayo Adeyemi. Many thanks for choosing Royal FM radio station. This is the news around the globe. President Muhammadu Buhari today visited Imo State where he commissioned four newly executed projects. The project at Neze Poli Nkede Road, Balloon Technology Drainage Tunnel, and Dog Tiger Amokia Egbeada Bypass, and the new Government House Executive Chambers. President Buhari, who was in the State House, was in the state on a one-day walking visit, praised Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State for his development strides, which he described as visible.
Of Imo State, his colleagues that have accompanied us here, I think I have to revert to the old saying that seeing is believing. I accepted this invitation to come to see what the governor wanted me to see, and I have seen enough that justifies his integrity in making sure that he's working very hard to make sure that you get the structure necessary to build the office. I'm very impressed with what he has done because I have gone through the same problem at the center.
And President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari in Imo State. The Imo State Governors of Dima had a few days back disclosed that President Buhari will visit the state to commission some significant projects his government has executed. And the federal government has said it would not allow any separatist group to disrupt the forthcoming governorship election in Anambra State. National Security Advisor NSA Major General Babagana Mongono retired gave the warning at a meeting of the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security in Abuja today. Mongono spoke against the backdrop of some of the recent activities of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra in the southeast. But Mongono, represented by Sanusi Galadima, warned that government would not tolerate any group or persons to disrupt the poll. The NSA assured of robust security deployments to counter any threats to ensure peaceful conduct of the elections. In his welcome address during the meeting, Chairman Professor Mahamud Yakubu said the Commission had made arrangements to review the physical facilities and replace materials that were lost during the attack on the INEC head office in Oka. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has emphasized its readiness to promote and protect the health of Nigerians. Speaking at the flag-off of the agency's sensitization campaign in Ilorin, the Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mujia Diaye, said the first phase of the campaigns will hold in selected states across the country from August to September 2021. Adiaye, who was represented by the NAFDAC Director North Central, Balaji Abayomi, noted that the event is another major milestone to protect Nigerians against the deleterious effect of unwholesome food, falsified medical products, harmful cosmetics, poor water, and other substandard regulated products. According to him, the key objective of the sensitization program is to intensify and expand the scope of informal and formal communication strategies in order to reach the vulnerable communities, especially at the grassroots.
That we are coping with Nigeria. And we are out to inform you that self-medication, abuse of drugs, especially these drugs that they are actually meant for medication purposes. One of them is codeine. You see youth, because they want to be high, because some of people to read, some to approach girlfriends, some to go into sports, will have to go and take a drug that is meant to cure ailments and drink for the purpose of social. And we know what it means. Quite a number of our youths, they are down psychologically. A number of them are in rehabilitation centers. This we don't want to happen. This is not the wish of the nation. A nation that neglects our youth will go nowhere. So we are by this sensitization program saying our youth, our adults should shun the use of codeine.
She said the campaign themes intend to address the dangers of buying medicines from hawkers, abuse of codeine, and other self-medication, especially amongst youths, the dangerous effect of using kerosene tankers to load groundnut oil, dangerous practices of using potassium bromate to bake bread, among others. The target audience are market women and men, road transport workers and employers, community youth organizations, and students. And as Nigerians continue to report an increase in cholera cases across the country, a strong warning has gone to Kwara residents to disease from indiscriminate dumping of refuse. Speaking during an operation said as ensuring a clean Kwara to guard against cholera outbreak, the general manager of the Kwara State Environmental Protection Agency, KWEPA, Alhaji Sahad Ayuba Dan Musa, said the state cannot fold hands and allow residents cause an outbreak. While frowning at the attitude of Igbo Union at Itamodo in Ilori, the general manager lamented that the union is not cooperating with KWEPA by not patronizing the contractor placed in the area to evacuate the refuse. He commended the Hausa community for their support by ensuring cleanliness of their environment. He, however, threatened to lock up any shop not complying with the environmental law of the state. The Igbo community in their reaction, however, promised to comply with the environmental law and solve. The general manager, Kwepa, gave the Igbo community at Itamo the 24 hours to ensure that residents cease from dumping refuse there.
Everywhere in 22 states, there's outbreak of cholera. We don't want it to get to Kwara State, particularly in Ilorin. Here, this is a commercial area. It's Amadu Junction. It has been a point of open defecation, and you have been warning. This is our fifth time of warning them. So we want to lock the shops very close to the area they are dumping the refuse at Itamadu. And I'm giving them 24 hours to place a security surveillance here for anybody who comes to dump refuse. We are no longer taking that. We are tired. We have had the report of other diseases. Hospitals are full of sick people.
And as of July 11, 2021, a total of 19,305 suspected cases, including 479 deaths, have been reported from 18 states and the FCT since the beginning of 2021. The Chief Executive Officer, Global Hope for Women and Children Foundation GLOWOC, Mrs. Christiana Bayomi Oluwole, has called on stakeholders to intensify efforts at ensuring inclusive education and adequate security, especially in rural areas. Bayomi Oluwole also called for improved electricity power supply, training facilities and infrastructures, increased investment in education, scholarships, as well as awareness creation and sensitization. In a statement issued to mark this year's International Literacy Day, the GLOWOC CEO also called for affordable internet access at the rural areas, while noting that education industry is based on knowledge from books and other resources in form of readable information. She noted that experience plays a crucial role in developing the knowledge base of a person, making the data from written documents and books unparalleled. Abayami Oluwale called for equal access to information and technology, saying such multifaceted issues in the productivity stifles macroeconomic growth of the rural areas and provides an even playing field for competitive development, while also noting that non-military people are disproportionately affected by the COVID-19 crisis during the apex of the COVID-19 pandemic. The global boss said it is therefore imperative for a human-centered recovery innovatively focused on addressing the root causes of educational marginalization and illiteracy. That's it on our local stories. We turn to our foreign news desk to report the latest. Don't worry, please. We're broadcasting live from the International Media Center in Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. This is the news around the globe. 30 minutes past 6. I am Dayo Adeyemi, and I'll bring you some foreign updates. The first international commercial flight has departed from Kabul airport since Western countries finished evacuations from Afghanistan 10 days ago, with a top Qatari official saying the airport is fully up and running. Motlaq Al-Qatani, Qatar's special envoy to Afghanistan, said the airport is about 90% ready for operations, but its reopening is planned gradually. The Qatar Airways plane had arrived in Kabul earlier today carrying aid. It departed from Doha, Qatar, with passengers including a large group of foreigners on board. Qatari officials earlier said that Afghanistan's Taliban government will allow between 100 and 150 Westerners, including Americans, to fly out from Kabul in the coming hours. Qatari and Turkish technical teams that helped restore operations at the airport, which was damaged during the chaotic evacuations of tens of thousands of people to meet the United States troop withdrawal deadline of August 31st. And the rift between Somalia's Prime Minister and the President is intensifying with the latest sacking of Security Minister. Prime Minister Mohamed Rubble sacked the minister, but President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmayo rejected the move. The Rubble replaced Security Minister Hassan Hamdabe Jamali with Abdullahi Mohamed Noor. President Farmayo today said the move was unconstitutional. And this is the second time the Prime Minister and the President are differing on appointments. The Prime Minister last weekend sacked the spy chief and the President reinstated him, then later appointed him on a new role. The two leaders have in the past differed publicly on policies. President Farmayo banned agreements with foreign entities until after elections, but the Prime Minister went ahead to sign agreements in his Kenya visits last month. And that's international news coverage. We bring you business reports next.
This is Royal FM Business News.
In our business news update, dinar today continued its downward spiral on the parallel market, selling for 543 naira to the dollar, while below the exchange operators in Abuja bought dollar at 540 naira was sold for 543. The British pound was also sold for 740 naira. The development comes 44 days after the Central Bank of Nigeria banned sale of forex to all bureau operators across the country. The CBN said it would also no longer process applications for BDC licenses in the country. Weekly sales of foreign exchange by the CBN now go directly to commercial banks. And that's our business news. We bring you entertainment updates next after this break.
Yay! My prepaid meter has entered red. My money has finished. Oh,
Hey, calm down now. Why are you switching off everything now?
with the rising cost of food and every other thing, it is only wise to manage my electricity consumption. And you know what freezers consume.
You better switch to the smart way with higher thermocool inverter freezers with 50% electricity saver.
Really? 50%?
Yes, so 50%. So you don't have to switch off your appliances, especially your freezer.
Switch off from a life of stress. Switch to higher thermocool inverter freezer and enjoy 50%
50% electricity saving. That means low electricity bills. Thermocool, always there for you. This is Royal FM Entertainment News.
In our entertainment news for today, Chocolate City record label rapper MI signed to has revealed that the artist has completed his 11th studio album. The music group made the announcement today in a post on Instagram. It is called Project 11. Project 11 will be a follow-up to 2020 releases Judah EP and the live reports with AQ. MI back in 2019 quit as CEO of Chocolate City but remained with the label as an artist. And Two-Face Idibia, top Nigerian musician, has begged the public to stay out of his marriage. The singer noted that his wife Annie bringing personal issues to social media was not cool, but added that he wouldn't sit back and watch things fall apart. Two-Face message came 5 days after Annie called him out on social media. Annie accused him of sleeping under the same roof with one of his baby mama's sparrow in the United States. She also accused Two-Face's brother, Hassan Sidibia, of housing the singer's cage and pair under the same roof. She claimed the Idibia family never loved her from the beginning, no matter how hard she tried. While noting that no one is perfect, she urged family members and supporters to stop the madness and public to please respect their privacy. And that's entertainment news for today. We'll bring you stories from the exciting world of sports next.
This is Royal FM Sports News.
And from the exciting world of sports, Nigeria's female cricket team will begin their campaign by plays in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup in Gaborone, Botswana. Nigeria's group with Namibia, Cameroon, Uganda, and Sierra Leone in Group B of the ICC Africa Qualifying Series and will tackle Sierra Leone in the opening round. Botswana, Eswatini, Rwanda, Tanzania, Mozambique will compete from Group A. The overall winner of the tournament will pick a sole ticket. Nigeria will play Namibia and Uganda on Friday and Saturday before taking the rest on Sunday, resuming Monday to tackle Cameroon in the final group game. The team captain and most experienced member of the team, Bless Nathan, says she's confident of a good outing. That ends Sport Update to bring you the recap of our major stories in just a moment. It's exactly 21 minutes past 6 before we end the news around the globe. Here again are the major highlights. President Muhammadu Buhari commissions projects in Imo, hails Governor Uzodinma. Federal government wants IPOB against attempt to disrupt Anambra poll. NAFTA flags off sensitization campaigns, emphasizes readiness to promote and protect health of Nigerians. And Kwepa Tax takes action to protect cholera outbreak in Kwara, one Sigbo community at Italamo. On the foreign scene, first passenger flight to depart Afghanistan scenes United States withdrawal. And business news, Naira hits all-time low. In entertainment news, MI to release 11th studio album. And in the world of sports, Nigeria begins cricket World Cup qualifier in Botswana. With that, we end today's news around the globe. It is compiled and edited by Taiwo Adederon. For your comments, observations, and information regarding unfolding events around you, please call the Royal FM Newsroom on 0810-8501-372 or 0810-8501-373 and call the Royal FM Newsroom on 0805-0999-968. Once again, the Royal FM Newsroom number is 0805-0999-968. Many thanks for your attention. I am Adedayo Adeyemi. Do join us at after 6 for the broadcast of the news in Yoruba language. And please listen from many parts of the world. Log on to our website at www.royalfm.net. And don't forget to be friends with us on Facebook. Please visit facebook.com/RoyalFM Radio and follow us on Instagram at RoyalFM951. For more interesting stories and other updates, please visit www.royaltimes.net. We're broadcasting live from the International Media Center. This is Royal FM radio station. I am Dayo. Many thanks for your attention. Good evening.
Tell them about YouTube too now again.